بالحرب والسلم لا خوف عالسلم يا غضب الله عالظالم.
Hello guys, welcome to Mad Bros Podcast episode yang ke-6. I'm Dr. Eden
And I'm Dr. Hidayat.
So today kita ada banyak topik sikit kita nak sembang. Salah satu apa yang kita nak sembang ni adalah pasal, kalau tengok depan ni boleh nampak, it's a Palestine issues. We save Palestine, you know. Okay, kita sebagai rakyat Malaysia, kita dah show satu support daripada kita punya Perdana Menteri, daripada rakyat-rakyat semua. Kita show support kita dekat Palestin lah, towards Gaza. Kita tak support Israel.
So including us.
Yes. And as we all know, dah peperangan ni dah ada daripada 7 of October. Now is 11 of November at the time of this podcast being recorded.
So more than a month.
So
berapa banyak yang dah terbunuh sebenarnya?
dah terlalu banyak numbers yang kita dengar sebelum ni, dalam lebih kurang I think 10,000.
Yang Ministry of Health announce lebih pada 10,000. And then berapa banyak yang Israel yang terbunuh? Dalam 1,400 lebih lah.
Okay.
I think the Israelian yang terbunuh tu mainly masa awal-awal serangan
7 of October tu
7 of October tu sendirilah.
Okay. So, tapi selalunya number ni kita tahu lah, number yang official tak sama dengan number yang
sebenar.
Sebab apa? Proses you wanted to get the numbers, these people need to be validated.
Betul.
Siapakah siapakah mayat ini, siapa.
So selalunya official ni jauh lebih rendah lah.
Bila
kita tengok the numbers of Palestinian being killed ni, rasa macam kita flashback pasal masa zaman COVID lah. Cuma kali ni is a
ethnical cleansing lah.
Ethnic cleansing by the Israel.
Yes. Ataupun orang boleh ni panggil genocide lah.
Genocide.
Yes.
So kenapa kita kata genocide ni? Sebab dalam 10,000 orang yang mati tu, dekat separuh adalah kanak-kanak.
That's a lot.
So daripada data tu sendiri, kita boleh dapat tahu gambaran sebenarnya Israel ni intention dia tu bukan sekadar nak perang Hamas. Dia memang literally nak wipe out the Gaza tu.
Yes.
So Hamas punya attack ni hanya license for them to wipe out the Gaza.
Excuse. Reasons.
So dalam situation sekarang ni is two-sided lah. Ada yang sided to Israel because of Hamas punya attack.
Yes.
And then ada yang sided to Palestine lah.
Yes.
Right? Because of the number of casualties and everything. So
because of history as well.
So what do you think? Is it proportionate?
Okay, debate ni recently dekat social media ada very big debate lah. Kita ada nampak Piers Morgan dengan Yusuf Bassam. He is a Egyptian comedian who works in US. So diorang ada discuss, you know, pasal adakah reaksi Israel ni proportionate dengan reaksi yang Hamas buat terhadap Israel. Okay, I think it is hugely disproportionate.
Betul?
Yes, sebab dah lama dah. Actually, without being covered by social media, without being covered by news sebelum ni, I think there's a lot of attack made by Israel towards Gaza since many years ago. But only this time yang menjadi trigger bila Hamas buat satu serangan mengejut lah dekat Israel.
Apa yang menyedihkan bila hospital pun banyak yang affected. And then one of the hospital pun dibom juga.
Yes, imagine that hospital tempat kita mendapatkan rawatan.
It's against the Geneva punya convention. Maksudnya kau tak boleh serang orang yang tengah sakit.
Yes.
Kau tak boleh serang civilian. So Israel dengar ke? Israel tu literally just saying that Hamas ada kat situ, kau attack je, regardless dekat mana sekalipun. Even dekat hospital, even among civilian, they don't even care.
Yes.
So that's why I say it's like memang beyond humanitarian laws lah. So I rasa all the Geneva punya convention punya principles tu dia langgar habis lah terus. Yang susahnya bila you tak ada all the medical supplies, you tak ada sedation. Ada news dekat dalam Twitter juga yang mengatakan they cannot do the operation sebab tak ada bahan bius. And then takkan kau nak buat operation dekat patient hidup-hidup.
Ini dah macam zaman dulu ni. Tak
That
ada
is
NS.
very barbaric.
Wow.
Tak logik lah.
We are not going forward.
Yeah.
It seems like it's going backward. You know?
It's
Humanity is going backward.
Yes. So we try to imagine ourselves lah. Kalau contohnya macam we as a doctor duduk dekat hospital macam tu, I boleh bayangkan situation yang walaupun kau rasa kau boleh selamatkan sakit tu, tapi disebabkan kau tak ada apa-apa equipment, kau tak ada apa-apa ubat, and kau terpaksa biarkan patient tu mati depan kau.
Wow.
Let's say if we orang kata apa, letak diri kita dekat situ lah.
Yes. We've seen all the pictures, you know, all the mangsa-mangsa bom.
Kalau kita tengok banyak dalam mangsa-mangsa serangan Israel ni, banyak budak, terlalu banyak video kanak-kanak ni yang tersebar dekat Twitter yang menunjukkan betapa teruknya serangan Israel ni. We barely seen lah. Kita jarang nampak
Impact video
we
ni.
barely seen the video of Israelian kena attack. Israelian yang diserang, kan, kanak-kanak dibunuh, tak ada. Tapi kanak-kanak yang dibunuh, yang diserang
Oleh
Israel terlalu banyak dekat Twitter.
Dekat Twitter.
Yes, dekat
Tapi
Twitter.
kita perasan tak? Korang semua perasan tak? Korang tak nampak dekat Instagram, dekat YouTube, kan? I think Twitter ni salah satu because owned by Elon Musk, always cakap pasal freedom of speech kat situ lah. So I think posting ni tak difilter dekat
There is
Twitter.
nothing being filtered dekat Twitter. So let's say kalau the talk is all about heavily about Palestine-Israel conflict, you would see from your timeline all about Palestinian and Israel conflicts. Compare dengan other social media, contohnya Instagram, Facebook, and especially TikTok, you barely see the discussion about this topic.
Yes.
Kalau let's say I put this video dekat TikTok, do you think TikTok will ban this video?
Definitely.
There's a chance.
I think
there's a
definitely.
chance.
Definitely. Because of violence and whatnot. They might have their own reason. Okay. But I think in Twitter, that's one of the sources we all can see. Malaysian all can see.
So let's
nak
say kalau
filter diri sendiri, filter sendiri je. Yes.
So kalau rasa nak dapat up to date story, memang literally most of the time you have to scroll the Twitter lah.
Yes. And talking about Twitter, the owner itself, Elon Musk, dia pun ada komen, I think pasal the issue Israel Hamas ni. Okay. Apa yang dia cakap? If you create more than you kill, you have not succeeded. It is safe to say that if you kill somebody's child in Gaza, you've made at least a few Hamas members.
Yeah, I think the statement made by Elon Musk tu memang
It's quite deep
accurate lah.
Accurate.
And I rasa Elon Musk leaning towards Palestine lah, because the genocide
I do think
is unbearable. It's unbearable.
And kita sebagai rakyat Malaysia, I think kita ada peranan kita jugalah basically. Apa peranan kita boleh buat? Of course we can donate. We can donate, but make sure if you guys wanted to donate to Palestine, make sure the source is good, make sure your donation will be there, because recently actually I've heard a lot of you people collecting donation but it doesn't even reach the place. Okay?